So for problem number 5, you got a plane traveling east. Some kids set the triangle up wrong last period, you guys, but they still got the answer right. So because it ended up making the triangle still correct. So let's look at it though. You're going to travel, first of all, east. So here's your picture. I'm going to travel east. I'm going this way. And the measurement that it gave us was 450. So then you're going to build a new compass rose. And this time it's saying that the wind is blowing in, not from, in a northwest direction. In a northwest. So here's the north and there's the west. So it's blowing, your boat or plane, was traveling this way, and your wind is coming, it's going to push your plane up. So this is the wind this way. And it's not a very heavy wind, 23 miles an hour. Okay, so now then the path of your plane has changed a little. Instead of here, the speed has changed, it's here. So there's your X. Remember, by the picture, you're going to be able to calculate one angle just by looking at it. And if that's the case, what's the measure of this angle? Right, 45. Okay, and then again, we're going to do log cosine and find the speed. I'm going to kind of go fast for this part. Okay, so you always start with the side across from the angle. So you're going to use the 45. So 23 plus 450. And then cosine of 45. When you do the math, your side ends up being 434.04 miles per hour. So that's your new speed. So you can erase the X and put your 434 in. The next question it asks you is for the heading, and you can't find the heading without finding this highlighted angle here, the other angle in your triangle. It'll always be the one at the origin, by the way. Okay? So now then to find the angle, remember you always start with the side. So the one that matches across from the angle. What are we going to start with? Because that's what kids have the most trouble. 23, excellent. So 23 squared equals, and then use the other two. 450, the one you found. And cosine of y. Now this is the one where on the calculator you subtract twice, hit enter, and divide 3 times and hit enter. And then you find the inverse. So just angle y is 2.15 degrees. Okay, clearly angle, the flight of the airplane, that dashed line, is not 2 degrees. So think about it. If I'm going to travel from here, okay, how would you do the math? I'm trying to get from here to the dashed line. So I know all the way to the solid line is how much? 90, and we're just going to back up a tiny bit. So this is 90 minus your 2.15. Which is going to give us, can somebody tell me that? Okay, so the heading of the plane is 87.85 degrees. Okay, we are going to do one problem and we're finished. We're skipping 6. We're going to skip 6 and we're going to go to 7. We're going to do 7 and we'll be all done for today. Okay, here's 7. Okay, this time you have a hummingbird. Okay, try to draw a picture. Okay, so you got this bird that's flying super fast. I'm just kidding. 12 miles an hour, okay, in a southwest direction. Okay, so southwest would be cut this right down the middle, and it's 12. And you've got a wind that's flowing, okay, sometimes we'll say to northwest and sometimes we'll say from northwest. To say from. So here's my new compass rose. And if I'm coming from northwest, okay, here's northwest right here. Do you agree in that spot? That's northwest. So if I'm coming from that direction, I'm going this way, right? So it's going to take my bird and it's going to push him down a little. So really, I'm coming this way. It's this. Right? I'm going this direction. And it's 10 miles an hour. It's blowing practically as fast as the bird is flying. Okay? And then, so here's the new flight path of the bird. The dashed line. So we're going to try to find the length of the dashed line. Now, one of the hardest parts is to find the angle. So use the reasoning. What do you think this angle is? Is it 45? No, it's 90 because it's this section, which is 45, and this section, which is 45. Are y'all seeing that? Because that's important to catch right now. All of it's kind of the same, but pieces of it are different. Look, it's 90. This part cuts it, this in half, it bisects it, and this one does too. A 45 and a 45. Together, you guys, this angle is a 90-degree angle. Okay, we're looking for this flight of the bird, the speed of the bird. So then x squared, I'm going to kind of fly through this part. 12 squared plus 10 squared. Cosine of 90. And then your new speed of the bird, it actually didn't slow the bird down. What did it do? It sped it up.
Couldn't you just do like...
Yep, Pythagorean theorem. Excellent. You're the first kid all day that's got that. You can do Pythagorean theorem because it's a 90. But if you just want to do it all the same, it's fine. Okay, what's my next step every time, guys? Find the angle right here. I'm going to erase my x and put the bird speed, 15.62. And remember, you always start log cosine with the side. So the side across from the highlighted is 10. And angle y is 39. That is not my answer. You can look at that. That's not 39 degrees. Okay? So I'm going to show you the answer to it. Okay, ready? Watch. See if you can figure it out. I'm going to travel 90, 180. How much more? I know for sure. I know from here all the way to the solid line is how much more? 45. So I'm going to do 180, which would be this stop right here, plus 45 more. And then I'm going to back up how much? The highlighted region, which is 39. Can somebody tell me the answer? 185? 185.19 degrees, approximately. Okay, good job.